Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for once again joining us on the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Paula Reed. I'm here with my co-host, Andre Jalil, my other co-host, Victor Rula. How y'all doing today, y'all?
Oh man, just excellent, brother. Excellent.
Is
You
that
know,
right? Is that right?
uh,
Excellent today. Yesterday wasn't too excellent because of that loss that Knicks had suffered versus the Raptors, which today we won't really get too much into. We could revert back to it a little bit, but we're gonna start off, of course, with the performance tonight from Emmanuel Quickly,
Mm.
who really uh, I guess he heard a lot of the talk from a lot of the fans, and a lot of people were giving him a lot of
what they
uh,
saying? What's the talk saying?
the talk about that he's not a point guard after the first game, that he had 15 points, eight assists, 6 rebounds, and he didn't really look too great, which he really didn't look great. But
First game.
it's the first game. Not only that, it's a summer league game, so you really can't take any.
Word.
That's the outliner here, is you really can't take summer league serious at all. Either way, bad or good. You know what I'm saying? Because especially us, we can't take anything good uh without a grain of salt, because of, if you look at what Kevin Knox did in his summer league, and he went off. I think he had like 29 points. He was like, wasn't he the MVP of the summer league? I don't know what it was. He was very close to that. And you see what that turned out to be. So we temper our expectations over here, especially at Garden Next. We try to, because it can get a little
we're the realistic Knicks fans, so
we try to be. Sometimes we gotta snap each other out of it. You know what I'm saying? We get into a little bit. But Emmanuel Quickly, we go into a little bit of footage here of Emmanuel. Shout out to Nick Lights, of course, always bringing us the Nick highlights with no one else involved but the person that they're talking about today. But yeah, we have Emmanuel Quickly here. So anyway,
So this
what
is
did you
all
guys think
quickly
of,
highlights right here.
just quickly highlights? Yeah, what did you guys think about it? He had 32 points, 8 assists, 2 rebounds, and the kid he looked very well. He was looking for his own game. You know what I mean? He wasn't trying to force the ball in pockets and places that he didn't really need to. A lot of the times he was looking to be a point guard, and sometimes you can get yourself into an issue where you try to play point guard so much that you kind of lose your own game. And I think that's kind of what happened to Alfred Payton a lot. I don't think that anything near that will happen to Quickly, but it's neither here nor there. It happens in basketball. But what you guys see from Quickly tonight?
I saw it seemed like a typical good quickly game. You know how quickly plays. He's fast. He runs in the paint. He does his little floaters. And sometimes he's a little erratic, and then he turns around, he's in the air, and he throws it back when nobody really there yet. And he's just like, oh, you
Pause that. Yeah, pause. He throws it back. Come on, man.
I said he throws the ball back.
And nah, that's not what you said.
That's not what I said.
Nah, you said he throws it back. I was
ball
like,
up back to the top.
Back to the
He
top.
throws the ball back to the top. Nobody.
If you want to throw it back, let him throw it back.
Yeah. If you want to throw it back, that's on him.
Got him next. Got him next.
He looked like. I think that he should be dominating the summer league. He should be dropping 30-something points. You see how he crossed the kid up, the new kid Duarte.
Yeah, the dude that we were actually
complaining from the beginning, like, yo, like
here it is right here. Hey,
he touched the ground, man.
Ain't nothing over there, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Ain't nothing over there, Chris. What
you
doing? Ain't nothing down there, Chris.
He tried to pick something up, I think.
And he looked at him. He
was trying to say he pushed off. That's why.
Yeah, I know. He was looking at him like, yo. That's the same thing they said Jordan did in that Jazz game 6.
It happened.
I was like, how's that one hand gonna push the dude's whole body?
I mean, there's been times where like some of the worst crosses in NBA history happened because of a shove or a push or a trip. Like they stepped on the person's foot and then they crossed them, and then they had to. But unfortunately, like I always say, if you weren't playing defense on that particular person, it wouldn't have happened. So it's just how the cookie crumbles. Yeah. That's just how it goes. How it goes.
Yeah, quickly was doing his thing, man. He had some nice assists. I thought the assists were dope. I just think that I'm excited to see him come off the bench next to D Rose in this capacity.
Right.
I think that it's exciting. I think he's gonna get better. I think he was. This looked like it looked like he was just. It looked like he was having fun. It didn't look like the game was too serious.
Right.
It looked like he took it as it came. He played his typical game. That boy could shoot. Sometimes he was a little overconfident. You saw he hit the front of the rim on the summer, but he's shooting from way out.
Right.
That boy could shoot, and he's always going to be dangerous because of that. You got to dim. And like we said before, coming off the bench with that type of firepower, he's going to be dangerous.
Yeah,
Him and D Rose is going to be a problem.
Yeah. He was 4 for 12 from 3. He was 11 for 21 from the field. And it's not too bad. He's still over 50%, even though he shot 4 for 12 from the 3-point line. So quickly.
Some of those were just. It looked like he did. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It was one that I think it was 2. I remember that he shot him up because the time was running out on the clock.
Oh, okay.
So he chucked a couple.
Well, you know.
This shot right here, though.
He's a bit of a chuck. That's what Quickley does.
Yeah, that boy. He pulling up for no reason from the logo.
Yeah, I mean that's why I mean, if you look at from the first 2-3 games that the guy was playing, Tom Thibodeau just let him go. He was like, shoot, just go out there and shoot.
Thibodeau's coaching?
No. I'm talking about his first 2 games, like in the NBA.
Okay.
Thibodeau was just like, hey, bro, just go out there and shoot. That's what we know you can do. And he even alluded to it before the guy even saw time on the actual basketball court. He said the guy can shoot very well, and that's what we want him to do. So
yeah,
he said that was what he said before the season even started. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for that.
Right.
The next person, of course, is Obi Toppin. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there he is. Obi Toppin, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists.
So we're not gonna ask what I thought about Quickley.
You did. I thought you gave some insight. Yo, what's up? What you think about Quickley, cuz? Yeah, thank you for checking me live on air. This is what we do, and we family, so I can't take it personal. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I actually have nothing to say. I just wanted to. I thought he like Dre said, it was typical Quickley. Like he fast paced. He got the floater back because I feel like toward the end of the season he kind of lost the floater. Yeah. It was like hitting the back iron, hitting the front rim, like just not falling. So it looked like he worked on it a little bit, got it back. You could see that he and Toppin had a lot of chemistry. Right. He looked for Toppin quite often. I guess as we go into Toppin's highlights now, we can talk a little bit about that. But yeah, quickly, it looks like he's doing more of the same, which is good.
Oh, that's good.
He looks like he don't need no summer league game.
Yeah.
He didn't look like a summer league player out there. He looked like an NBA player out there. Ronnie Marquez in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Quickley or 78 million Fournier. I mean, we still got to see it. I would love for the scenario to end up being that Quickley's.
That's not bad eventually. For 4 years though.
No, I mean it's not. No, I mean I think he's just asking who would you rather be a starter?
Oh, I'm going with Quickley.
Yeah, I mean not right now. Not right now. I'm not going with Quickley right now.
Too young to really give him the reins. Nah, but you give him a couple years, that boy gonna be great.
For sure. And that's my thing with Quickley. I love what he does. I just want him to just sharpen his tools. That's it. I don't want to hand him the keys too early. We've seen that happen too many times in the league, and when it happens too early, it can ruin a career. We've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that he has been given the opportunity to just grow and develop, and he doesn't have to have that pressure on him. If he ends up being a combo guard who ends up as a 2, cool. You know what I mean? Great, but he'll be a starter at that point.
Play your game.
Yeah, play your game. As long as he ends up as a starter, that's all I care about. I don't care if he's a starter in 1 or 2. I know a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on him not being a 1 versus him being a 2. And I mean, if he ends up as my personal opinion on it is if he ends up as a point guard, perfect, great. You know what I'm saying? He's homegrown. We had him since a rookie, and we selected him 25th, and he turned out to be a great player. Good. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. Sorry.
Dinner time?
No, it's she got. I'm not on call anymore. My on call rang. Huh? You got the wrong one this week. I won't be coming to fix your stuff. We can set up that quick. But anyway, yeah. I'm just excited for Quickley's development, regardless the fact that Tom Thibodeau trusts him. And you seen him talking to him after the game.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, I wonder what he's saying over there.
He said something. He Quickley said that he didn't. Of course, they never really like to say exactly what they said, what was said to them. But he alluded to the fact that he's saying, just when you go out there and you play your game, this is what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, he went out there and played his game instead of trying to be a point guard and still ended up with 8 assists. You know what I mean? Just like he did yesterday. So
that's dangerous. If he could do 5 or 6 coming from this 2 guard or off the bench, that's some really dangerous stuff right there.
Right. Hold on, my bad. There we go. And that's it. So anyway, that's that on Emmanuel Quickley. Pardon me there, everyone. So the next, as Rick alluded to, we're going to lean into the next player who was actually a leader as well. I'm still getting these calls.
And I said it toward the end of the season too. I said Obi Toppin is going to come back and be a better player. How his minutes are going to be shared will allow him to shine, or it'll allow him to be that guy that everyone is like, he should get more minutes. But I feel that he's going to be so much of a better player. I feel like he shook off all of the, I guess, jitters, you want to call it, of being in the league, and I think he's ready to play.
Right. What about you, Dre?
I don't know. I think that for this to be the summer league, I feel like Obi should be killing them.
Which he is.
His numbers. You see his numbers?
That's what he's doing.
The first game he had nice numbers. This game was pretty good. It just didn't feel like this was like, to me, it seemed like a quiet 22.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It wasn't like a dominant 22 rebounds. I feel like at his position, he should be getting rebounds. I think he could get a 9-rebound game or 14-rebound game, depending on the game.
I don't think we're ever going to see those kind of games out of Obi in terms of the rebounding, simply because of what you see, where you see he could. No, not even that. I mean, just where he is on the court. Every time you look at him on offense, he's at the 3-point line. Yeah, he's not going to get. But for someone to get 9 rebounds and they're mostly stationed around the 3-point line, it's not that he's not active on the boards. It's just he's not in position for them half of the time.
Right. That's why I feel like he could get more dependent. I guess it all depends. I wasn't like super impressed.
Right. Yeah. Understandable.
I thought that Obi just looked like in the summer game, I want to look at him and be like, ooh.
Yeah.
I want to feel like, he gonna kill him. But I feel like Obi, he seems a little passive sometimes.
I mean, he's not looking passive in any of these games. He's taking a lot of shots.
I mean, as far as, again, I'm also thinking like being in the paint, dunking, getting in there. Sometimes he had one where he missed a layup, and I was just like, I'm thinking, you should have dunked that. You know what I'm saying? Like he turned around and he had the shot. I think it was in the last highlights or something, but he turned around, had the shot, and saw it was open, so he went to the basket. So I'm like, oh, then he delayed layup and missed. You know what I mean? So I was just like, I just want him to be like a little bit more aggressive, but he's doing good. It ain't like he sucked out there.
Right.
But what I'm hoping is that what I want him to do is put Julius in a situation where it's like, don't mess up. I'm sitting here ready to take that spot. That's what I want from Obi. I want Obi to be that guy where they're looking at it like, should we start Obi? You know what I mean? That's what I want to do.
Well, I mean, I think when it comes to, especially because you have someone like a star that they're investing all this money, even if Obi came out of nowhere, the most that'll happen with him, if he came out of nowhere and was actually forced in the hand. No, I mean, honestly, if the worst case scenario or best case scenario, depending on how you look at it, if he was forcing Julius Randle to, forcing minutes against Julius Randle, trying to get more minutes there, and it was to the point where it was like, all right, we can't keep this guy on the bench and we can't start him. The next move is to look for a trade, because obviously
Right.
he has enough value.
So you kind
there.
of want him to play underneath that, just underneath that thing where it's like, well, don't
Right.
play them.
Yeah.
I
Like you
agree.
kind of want to, and that's the thing. You don't want him to not get good.
Right.
But then again, you don't want him to get too good, because if he does, then you'll end up in a situation.
But now, what's name just extended 4 years? He's gonna have to be just under that unless he gets hurt. He's gonna have to be just under that thing for 4 years.
I don't know, man. I feel bad. I think we're gonna end up in a situation where,
I hope, because I think that he could be that good.
I don't know. I think it depends on how this Julius Randle situation works out. If Julius Randle continues to improve, if he does, let's just say if. Let's say if he continues to improve year after year after year, Obi will become more tradable as the years go on. And that's not because he's not that good. It'll be either because if realistically, if
he probably want to be traded as well.
Right. If Randall continues to get better and Obi doesn't get that much better, but he's still good enough to be on our team, at least what'll happen at that point is he'll be our certified backup at the 4.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying that he'll be our certified backup at the 4, and that'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? To have him as your certified backup. This way you don't have to go look for a certified backup. But if he starts to go anything better than that, then it's like, all right, well, he's gonna want more minutes. He's gonna want to show that he can be a starter, and we can't give him that.
I think one of the bigger factors also when it comes down to that kind of stuff is if we're winning, or like if we losing and he's coming off the bench and he's like, yo, why am I here? We losing and I'm doing my thing. But if we winning, he's getting good minutes off the bench for 4 years, and we going to the playoffs, second round, third round. I think he's gonna be like, all right, because he's still learning.
Right.
First few years in the league, those 4 years, if we winning, he's coming off the bench, probably start here there because of a little injury or whatever. Then I think we will be able to hold on to him. But Obi is doing this thing. Obi's learning. He's getting. I want him to be confident. I just want him to be super confident. I just want him to dominate. I want him dunking on people's heads.
Yeah. I think that's what we all want.
Right. I like the threes. If he's making them, because that's the kind of player these 4s are anyway. But because that's where the league is going with it. But yeah, man, I still want to see him dominate.
I share the same concerns. I want to see more, of course. You know what I mean? But it's still early. Like they keep saying during these games, the summer league games, like they keep saying, a lot of these guys didn't get any summer league last year. They didn't have a summer league last year.
Yeah.
Any of these guys, really. You know what I mean? So there was no real introduction into the NBA. They got drafted and then they were thrown right into NBA basketball. So I think this was good for a lot of these guys, and I think every time Obi's on the court, he learns a lot.
He's learning something. I feel like he's
learning something. So yeah, that's that.
That's that. Year. In his defense, he's just going into his second year. You know,
Obi, him and Quickley, yeah.
I think they're gonna be dangerous moving forward.
For sure. I definitely think they're gonna be dangerous. I mean, especially if you keep them together. I think that was the biggest thing about our offseason. Was the fact that we didn't have to get rid of anything. We talked a lot about Colin Sexton and getting him in a trade. We really filled our holes at every position. Without any leaks, we might have not got the best bond out there, but we filled the cracks, and we still kept most of our assets. If anything, you know what I mean. If anything, we had to obtain more. You know what I mean. So I think that says a lot. You gonna say something, Dre?
No.
Okay, cool. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. They do have good chemistry together. So keeping them together as they grow together, it's gonna be like easy, and then that's what I'm hoping for. Like, people are gonna be afraid of Quickley. They don't know what he's gonna do. Toppin, you got to watch your back because you don't know where he's gonna come flying out of. Like, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
Well, Ronnie said in the chat. Ronnie said, "Who's that center named Simmons or Isaiah?" I'm not sure. I think you meant Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson. That was a center. And Joe and I were talking about him. We didn't really want Isaiah Jackson. I mean, I think from what we got, Jericho Sims, at the spot that we got him at 58th. I think that's an absolute steal. Speaking of him, just to let's go over what was the stats on my man Jericho Sims tonight. Jericho Sims, 8 points, 9 rebounds. He was all over the place. I think the guy looks like he doesn't have a lot of upside in terms of offensive capabilities. But what I tell you he does do way better than Mitch is he looks at the basket with the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? There was a play not in tonight's game. I didn't see too much of it tonight, but there was some out there. But last night in particular, there was a post move he had. They dumped it down to him in the paint, and he had the post spin hook shot. I don't see any of that from Mitch. There was another play. He came down, and he had to keep his dribble alive in the paint, which also I don't really see Mitch doing. I'm sure he can do it. I just haven't seen him do it. And this is not the trash on Mitch thing. I really, really hope Mitch gets healthy. That's my main thing with Mitch. But there was another play where he drove down the lane and he throws a floater up. And I'm like, whoa. And it's clean. Goes right in. And I'm like, okay, now I see why.
You know what somebody said? I heard one of these Knicks people say that he reminds them of Dwight Howard. So
that's a cheap Dwight. I'll take it.
Right. I was gonna say, like, I think I could see the kid has so much potential though. From an athletic standpoint, he's already big, and he's got these bounces. Like that kid could be
jump.
That kid could jump. He could really be a problem if he looks like he needs to get the speed of the game. He needs to get the speed of the game. Once he gets the speed of the game and he gets a little bit of confidence, that kid he's jumping so high. He could dunk on people. He could block. I think he could do like what Mitch is doing because that kid is a jumper. He's already. You see how Mitch had to gain some weight?
Yeah, he's already got that weight on him.
He's already got like that weight. Like you probably can't beat him up like that.
This is last night's game, not earlier today
against Toronto.
I was just watching that. Still watching.
And the thing about him is you see him set picks. He knows how to create contact off of a pick. That's something else that a lot of bigs don't know how to do.
Oh, there you go, Cat. Look at that. He goes back.
Yeah. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? He's not scared of the basket. Setting the pick up.
Is Thibodeau at these games coaching?
Yes. No, he's not coaching. He's not coaching.
He's just at the game.
He's at the game. Yeah. Look at it. This is the play right here. Over the shoulder.
Yeah. When you said that when he did the turnaround, that was the one I remembered right there.
Yeah. And
that right there is dangerous. Like if he picks it up and does that kind of stuff and is doing like hook shots.
Yeah.
Because that's almost like some what's his name? He could be like
it is right there.
What's the brothers? What's the brothers in the league?
The Lopez's. The Lopez's.
Yeah.
The
Brook brothers.
This is it right here.
Lopez. Yeah, like if he's like a Lopez.
This the play. Nice floater. There you go.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
But see, that's what I was saying last season that Mitch, he should just get the hook shot. Like and I don't know if people thought I was joking or not, but like the hook shot is a shot that is very difficult
watch out for
to contest.
That wasn't even the one.
That wasn't the one.
That wasn't even the one. That's the crazy.
That wasn't even the one, right? The other one, he knocked the dude down coming back off the.
And it's like he just gets up there. His chest is at the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he looking in the rim to put it in there.
That one was quick, but this
the other one, I think, right?
This one, man. This one was.
And he knocked homeboy down off the.
Oh my!
Watch out!
Oh my!
Watch out! That boy heavy.
Look at this, and just look how he looks into the rim.
Yeah.
He's like right here.
Right.
He's looking into the rim.
He was like,
He's looking into it. Yo, he literally dunked it like this.
Let me tell you something. I'm excited about that kid because Nerlens Noel goes down.
Yeah.
Taj or something. Taj, like Taj got hurt in the playoffs. I'm excited to see this kid up on the court. I'm excited. I want to see him. I want to see him at Kemba. But you already see what he's doing with
Quickley. And I mean, that's who he's going to get most of his minutes with, if we're being honest.
Hey, so he's going. I think if the Knicks are doing like up by 20, fourth quarter, something like that, or we killing somebody, I think he'll see some minutes. Him and the other guys. Are you going to touch on those dudes?
Yeah, well, I just want to finish up real quick. We said with Mitch, he said he needs playing time by Mitch, and just on that subject alone, Mitch is the only guy on his roster that was eligible for an extension that didn't get one. And I mean, you can easily say, well, he can still get an extension this year. I don't think that they're going to. So after paying Nerlens that money, I think they're looking at the market for Mitch. I think there was already questions last year coming into the season about Mitch.
Why, you think it's about injuries or the lack of talent?
No, it's not. It's not either. I think last year the problem was his focus and how dedicated he is to the game. Everybody who, if this is your job, you're gonna go do your job. Not just because you're in the gym doesn't mean that you're out there dedicated. You're doing your job.
Why terrible to me? You know why that's terrible to me? Because it reminds me of the Locks Dipset battle. It just looked like, this is one of my things I don't like. I don't care what it is, basketball. It ain't look like they was taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitch always playing. And one thing about Dwight Howard earlier, they was always saying he was playing.
He plays a lot, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like Mitch, and I always see that, and it's like the kids are young. Fine. You can't be like mad at the kid for being playful.
Right.
I'm not one to tell somebody they can't be playful. But sometimes you look at
it, because you always playing.
you don't stop playing. You play too much. But when you look at this, like when you see that dude and you see his ability, you just wanted to be like, yo, come on, just like that little edge.
Right.
I just want him to. And I feel like if they picking that up and they ain't give him an extension, but they gave the backup center.
Me too, Ronnie. Me too.
Don't. Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there? Cause you know what? All right, say no more.
Yeah, you said that months ago.
I got it right by the door.
Yo, I had to come down to South Carolina to get this.
Dang, man.
Yo, man, listen, I'm terrible. I'm gonna get right. I promise you.
I told you, man. I'll send you
look,
a self-addressed.
Look, let him move along. He's trying to get past this. Look.
No. I ain't gonna get along. Listen, I'm a feel this one out. I should be feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and not feel this. This is on me.
But check it though.
Ain't on nobody else but me.
What do you think? So they definitely are going after Miles.
I wouldn't say that. Here's my thing on Mitch. And I'm gonna say this. I spoke to Joe about this a while ago, and I said, Joe, Mitch gives me Larry Sanders vibes, and it's not a talent thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just how dedicated you are to the game of basketball. There was concerns last year in Team USA with just how serious he takes the game, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. I really, really like Mitch, but I'm just looking at from what they're doing from the front office when it comes to contractual things, and hopefully he plays himself into the contract that he deserves. But to this point, he just hasn't. And that's something that remains to be seen, and hopefully it can he can get past it. I think this season the injuries really, really hurt him, because I think he was on his way to doing. I think
he looked like he was going to do well, but then he got hurt. And then the thing that bothered me, he got hurt doing dumb shit on the court too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
unnecessary. You jumping for that one. It was just
just play good D. And that's the thing right there. The play he got injured on was the same kind of thing that he does a lot, and that's gamble. He gambles all the time. Whether it's gambling on a foul, gambling here or there, or on a steal, or here, or even sometimes even on the block. Sometimes you have to learn just not to gamble so much. Here we go. Listen, my biggest concern of Mitch is whether he's capable of treating this like a job. It's a game, and having fun is important, but his mental maturity is a legit concern. Definitely. Most definitely. And then he's also
he had the whole agent debacle stuff too. I mean, like, I don't know what's going on with him mentally, so he gotta go.
Was he the one they said he had like 6 agents?
Yeah.
He's had a lot of agents, and this is the thing. If you look at, he hasn't been surrounded by the right people. It just doesn't look like he has a lot of the right
6 agents. It's got to be him somewhere.
this is the problem. This is what we're saying. And if we're saying this is, and I always say this, if we're saying it here on a YouTube show, I'm sure they've had tons of conversations about this already in the front office. Right. So behind closed doors. But let's move on. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Jericho Sims, nice game tonight. And we're going to go into one of my new favorite Knicks. I'm sure you guys know where we're gonna go here.
Dude, big hair.
My man Deuce McBride, man. The guy is he's just a baller, and he loves the game. He's intense. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He also had what did he shoot? What did he shoot? He was 5 for 7 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. He took 7 shots and made 5. It was 71.4% field goal percentage. Come on, you know what I mean? And this is the kind of guy that you want to draft at the position you draft him. What's up? What you got?
I was thinking when the coach went over to Quickley at the end of the game, I thought, what's the monkey whispered in his ear? He was like,
let me borrow about
he looked like he whispered in his ear. He was like, hey, you keep acting up, that kid gonna take your spot.
Yo, listen, man, this kid is a baller, man, and he's one of those guys where he's just in it every second that he's on the floor. Every second is never. He doesn't waste a second.
Somebody said he reminds them of what's the kid from Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I said that. That was what he always reminded me of, that because just
Marcus Smart vibes though.
Yeah, he's definitely giving me.
He can shoot better than Smart at that point in his career.
He can shoot and handle the ball better than Smart.
Yeah.
And that's something that and he sees the floor well. He's a guard. He's not a scoring guard. That was the thing about Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart was more of a.
Nah, he didn't start scoring until later.
Like no, I'm saying in college. In college, like
I'm just saying Smart didn't start scoring in the NBA until later.
No, I'm just saying that he was never a point guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he was never the guy that was going to set his team up like that. If he did it because he was just better than everybody on that floor. And this is how the game ended right there off that dunk. Yeah. And that's what you want to see from Deuce.
You see, he was feeling good. He was trying to come down nice.
Yeah, he had that energy. Look.
That's when they showed him. He was like, yo, he was like looking like, I like this kid. He was like, I'm excited about this kid.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, man. What did you guys see from McBride? What do you like? Rick, let's start with you, Rick. You know what I'm saying?
Rick took it last time. You ain't even asked.
He ain't even asked. He gonna take it. You gonna take it. Nah, but hey, what you see from McBride? What have you seen from McBride that excites you the most?
I definitely see the comparison between him and Smart. Like I didn't think about it, but like as soon as you said it, I was just like, you know what? Yeah. I think he puts his all into every single moment of the game that he's in there, which is great to see. Mm-hmm. I hate when like teams are down and then they're kind of like, doing that old man jog up the court. So, I don't know if it's because he's young or what, but some people keep that passion throughout their career. So, I mean, I'm happy to have somebody like that on the squad. So
he looks like the kind of kid that if they're down 25, he's still like full court,
still going hard. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that's what you want. You want those kind of guys, and you know who else does that? Quickley does that. And if they're going to be getting a lot of minutes, there's going to be games where, let's talk about it. Derrick Rose is going to miss time. It's just inevitable. He's going to miss time. Kemba's going to miss time. There's a lot of minutes for Deuce out there.
Somebody said Kemba's not going to do back-to-backs, and I don't like that.
I don't think that's the case.
Not with Tibbs. He might limit your minutes.
Well, more than that, I think everybody's leaning into the injury thing. If you really look at it, towards the end of the season last year, after he got his legs under him, after he had a cortisone, some kind of stem cell shot, he didn't have a good start to his season. And towards the end, I think the last 20 games of the season or 30 games, he was averaging like 25 or the last stretch, he was averaging like 30.
If he can be healthy, if he gets less minutes,
he's going to be
productive over the scene.
He's going to be fine. Yeah. I think, and the fact that he's going to be splitting minutes, like he doesn't have to play 30 minutes a game unless he's hot. And this is the thing. We want to be in a situation where you don't want to have to play a guy 30 plus minutes because he's good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have a multitude of guys to throw out there. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose, I can throw him out here. There's gonna, like I said, Derrick Rose is gonna miss games, and the
If
games that
Derrick
he misses,
Rose is struggling on a defensive end, he gonna be like, "Yo,
right,
McBride."
McBride is gonna get out there.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Without
He just
injury,
needs 5 minutes.
yeah, without injury, he's gonna get himself out there. Like Joe said right here, I think Deuces has a chance to be the Knicks starting point guard in the future, and I really think that's a possibility. I think that's a real possibility. I think in about a year, 2 years, maybe when Rose is done, I think we'll see a
Or
lineup
Kemba.
of
They gonna groom
no.
the
I mean done. I think Kemba was at that point.
I'm
Kemba
just
could be our
saying.
backup.
I'm just saying at the end of the contract, whatever he got 2 years. I think by the time he's finished with that contract, they probably gonna be like, "Yo, we got these kids," and that's what I like about draft picks. You get to see who's gonna be a star. Somebody's gonna be a star.
Right.
Somebody gonna be an all-star. You know what I mean? So we might have some, and I think Deuce McBride. I'm not feeling too high on the other kid just yet. Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes has this thing. The thing I like about McBride is I think there's a world where if he, especially going against, you got to talk about the fact that he's a rookie who's going to be going against Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose every single day. You know what I mean? These are two guys that he probably grew up idolizing as a point guard. You know what I'm saying? At different stages of their career. So now you got to go in there and you know he's gonna put pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? You know he's gonna feel like he's better than them. That's the kind of kid he looks like he is. You know what I'm saying? So in about 2 years, when, like I said, Rose might be completely done, Kemba might be ready to be a backup at that point, health wise, that might be better for him. I can see McBride being a starting point guard, and then you might be Quickley or Grimes. I think Grimes actually today. He didn't play too well. I think he only had 6 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. He's active out there. He was 2 for 10. He's taking the shots. He's not just out there shooting the ball. That's what's encouraging.
4 and 6 ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean that's what's encouraging to me. The shot's not falling, but he's out there grabbing boards. He's out there getting assists. He has 4 assists, 6 rebounds, and like a lot of people say, it's not easy to get assists in summer league. A lot of these guys aren't sure things. They don't just know how to put the ball in the basket. So he's serviceable. I think yesterday he had 9 points, and actually let me just double check before I start fibbing here. Yesterday he had, let's go right here to the box score, because I know it was kind of a similar kind of thing with him yesterday. Yeah, yesterday he had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was 3 for 11 from the field. So he was 3 for 11 yesterday. He was 2 for 11 tonight, 2 for 10 tonight. He's a shooter. At this point, that's the only way he knows how to get his game going. But I think he's going to start to find ways.
It's summer league games.
Right. Yeah. He shoots. He has his form is very, very good.
He's a little nervous. That's all. I think
he's nervous. He's got the jitters, but I think the kid's gonna be good. I'm not really not too worried at all with Grimes. I think he's gonna be one of those guys that because of his shooting ability, once he just works on the other little things, I don't think he's a Knox. I don't think he has a motor issue, which I think is Knox's only issue. I don't think it's talent. But that's pretty much it. Who else do we have? That's pretty much everybody that we got here. It was nice to see some Knicks basketball. I think they play again on Wednesday, and then
did we talk about Frank?
Who?
Frank? No,
just kidding. I'm kidding. What's up with Frank, man? Before you hit that, I just want to shout out to Dwayne Bacon. We signed him. I don't know the terms of the deal, but we just signed him. I guess we needed somebody else for the practice squad because you do have to have a certain amount of people on your roster for training camp. So a lot of these guys we probably won't see. A lot of these guys are gonna, like Wayne Selden is one of those guys that might just end up somewhere else. Justin Patton might end up back in the G League. But anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Who, me?
No, Rick was talking.
No, I wasn't saying anything serious.
No, you're saying something serious. It was pretty serious from what I remember. You don't remember?
I was saying, we didn't talk about Frank in the summer league. So I mean, what's up?
That's pretty serious because Frank isn't playing in the summer league right now. Yeah, man, it's tough. Also, I had some music. I would cue the slow song, the slow song for Frank. You know, the violin, but my son is. I think we got to rap. You know, it's about that time.
I gotta get mine to bed now too, man. Like they keep popping out.
Listen, but anyway, like I said, it's always good to talk Knicks. We got some games coming up this week. We got a few more, and that's pretty much it. You guys got any other points you want to touch on before we get up out of here? Chat, anybody in the chat? What's going on, everybody?
Alfred got signed somewhere.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he did.
Oh, are we really doing this? Are we bringing up Alfred again?
He's chasing the chip. He went to the Phoenix. I want to know who in that front office, what they saw, and what they said. Yeah, let's bring Alfred Payton in here.
They said we need a basketball player. And
they said let's gloss over Frank Ntilikina and get Alfred Payton.
Word.
Let's gloss over Frank and get Alfred. I mean, I would too, depending on what the deal is, but
I mean, he gets to the rim, so I mean, I guess they got
and then
eight in there to clean up. So they're like, all we need you to do is get to the rim.
See, and this is my thing. I was big on last year. I said, I don't hate him if he's not your starter. If he's not your starter, I don't hate him.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was so bad last year that he was our starter.
Yeah, I mean, it was so bad last year that we had to watch him start the entire season. That's how bad it was. So you know, it is what it is. He's gone.
Did Bullock land anywhere?
Yeah, Bullock's on
they went to Dallas.
I mean, they're just taking all of our.
It's like Dallas is the old Knicks.
Yeah, they just taking all of our.
They're taking the throwaways.
Yeah, all the throwaways, all the what do you call it? The second dish, whatever they call it. Anyway, they can have him. I'm not mad at him. He went and got his bag. He I think
you meant they're getting the leftovers. You meant to say?
Yeah, they're getting leftovers.
Hand-me-downs.
There we are. And then they just re-signed Tim Hardaway this year. I mean, I feel bad.
They like him.
He got the same one. Like 74 million or something.
Just like Ronnie says, which is this. I think we can end it here. This is just the biggest feeling amongst all Knicks fans. We had Alfred starting, and look where we went. I think we got way better this year. I think it's that simple. It's that simple. Definitely. We got way better. We got some good basketball players here. We got a lot. So many that we don't know if there's going to be minutes for Grimes, if there's going to be minutes for Jericho. We know there's going to be minutes for McBride, but you know, that's pretty much it. Any other points?
Nah, man. Summer League is fun to watch, man. I think they got another. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. I think they got a game on Wednesday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you playing against?
I have the schedule right here. Let me just double check before.
Don't get me the Lion. We play the Bulls?
Yeah, before I get the Lion. We play the Lakers on Wednesday. We play the Lakers on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Oh, we won't be having a show that night. We play the Pistons on Friday at 8, and we play the Cavaliers on Saturday at 8 as well. I mean, we got Knicks basketball this week, man, and it'll get us through the first half of September, and then we just got a month and a half of no basketball. Can't believe I said that out loud. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.
We're gonna have all the footage of the practice games.
I mean, I hope so, man. As private as this team has been with it since the Leon Rose regime has been here, I don't think we're gonna get anything behind closed doors unless they really want you to see it.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully they're a little bit nicer this offseason to us. But that's all we got. Thank you guys once again for joining the God Makes podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed, here with Andre Jalil, Rick the Ruler. Thank you guys. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace and love.